Ignorance leading the world to the brink of the abyss. We are in a warring situation on the ground. Terrestrial planets become increasingly interdependent and fragile. The future of the earth is unpredictable. We live in illusion because of ignorance. Ignorance is the engine that is going to lead the world to its destruction. Egotistic threat and auto-regulation dysfunction cause man has emotional distress, and that make him lose control of himself and leads to the ignorance. It persists in us in a primitive form. It makes us ignore the most important thing on earth. And what is worse, ignorance makes us know that we can interpret everything that happens in the world. It makes us know that we can lead the world as we want. Some people even declare that there is no God. Men become blind. They have two eyes, but they cannot see because of ignorance. Ephesians 4 verse 18 said, they are darkened in their understanding and separated from the life of God because of ignorance that it is in them due to hardening of their hearts. Ignorance liquidates our conscience, feeling, reason, and it leads us to act as an object. Ephesians 4 verse 19 started, having lost all the sensitivity, they have given themselves over to sensuality, so as they indulge in every kind of impurity. With a continual lust for more, man is unborn in ignorance, and its direct demand make any kind of evil. Ignorance has made a scourge in the history of mankind, and it left a sequel that never fades. It was the First World War. The year of 1914 remained immemorable in the history of man. So far, it is difficult for the historian to find the exact cause of the First World War, which caused more than 8 million deaths and 6 million disabled, and 8 million children become orphans. This war left a terrible crisis in Europe. In France, 10% of the male population was killed or went missing. 3 million soldiers were injured. 1 million of them were invalid. This war left Europe with 3 different crises, where a political crisis saw the disappearance of 4 empires and the birth of 10 new states, with democracy seemed to triumph. Social crises multiplied poverty in Europe. Major industrial powers, the bankers, profited Europe's misery to enrich themselves. Moral crises or psychology traumatized the European soldiers. People were consciously devastated. This moral rupture gave existence to a new phase of modernity. The First World War gave birth to League of Nations in order to establish peace on earth. But ignorance triumphed because conflict is still emerging in the world. Dalai Lama said, where ignorance is our master, there is no possibility of real peace. Due to ignorance, government came Second World War that created a quagmire in the world. Adolf Hitler, in its ignorance, wanted to control the world. This barbarity transformed Europe as a blood of earth, where there is blood everywhere. Adolf Hitler wanted to establish a hell in Europe. Fortunately, God had not allowed him. God, in his goodness, did not want Adolf Hitler sentenced to the Gehenna, to the hell. But his decision did not give to God no other option. Matthew 23, verse 37 and 39 started, O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, you who will kill the prophet and stone those sent to you, How often I have longed to gather your children together, and as a hen gathers her chicks under her wings. But you were not willing. Look, your house is left to your desolate. For I tell you, you will not see me again until you say, Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Unfortunately, Adolf Hitler did not have the time to ask pardon to God for all the crimes that he perpetrated on earth. God organized a force of good, a Christian coalition to save Europe and put an end to Adolf Hitler's aggression. Following this quagmire, God inspired the conquerors to create the United Nations in order to establish peace in the world. But out of proportion of ignorance of humankind that prevent peace reign on the planet. The ignorance of the humankind prevent peace to establish on earth. False knowledge, which is the source of ignorance, leads men to erect false religion on earth, which are now pushing the world into the abyss. Matthew 7 verse 15 and 16 is started. Watch out for false prophets. They come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ferocious wolves. By their fruit you will recognize them. Do people pick grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? Ignorance exposes us to danger. We live in a vicious circle of violence because of ignorance. The ignorance use the name of religion to sow terror. Terrorists done 3,000 deaths in the United States. I'm speaking about the terrorists who were responsible for 3,000 deaths in the United States. Criminals who terrorized the people of Afghanistan, Pakistan, Boko Haram of Nigeria, ISIS in Iraq, Al-Shabaab in Somalia, to name a few. There are criminals who have nothing with Islamic religion functioning. It's what Abu Al-Amudi said in his book. Abu Al-Amudi, I go to be the same name again. Abu Al-Amudi, Islamic theologian, said, the Islamic religion is a religion that believes in justice. This religion does not support oppression. Islamic religion supports tolerance. Anyone can choose any religion one pleases. In political policy, the sole purpose of Islamic religion is to establish a government of peace, brotherhood, and goodness. Reign is started on earth. Peace is started on earth. It's what Abu Al-Amudi said. However, if the Islamic religion is like the disease Abu Allah said, but why leaders of Islamic religion accept the ignorant, terrorists, degrade, dishonor the name of the Islamic religion? But what is started in the Quran is really different from what Abu Allah said. Quran 4:89 said, if the hijack of Islam, take them, kill them, wherever they found them. What the misunderstanding? Quran 3:90 started, but those who reject faith after having accepted and who continue to defy faith, repentance will never be accepted because they are the one who were astray. What confusion! In Abu Al-Amudi book, he spoke of tolerance. He mentioned not to kill, contrary with what Quran mentioned. Contrary with the Bible, it states in 1 Peter 3 verse 9, do not pay evil with evil or insult with insult, but with blessing. Because to this you were called, so that you may inherit a blessing. Contrary again with the Quran. The Holy Bible said, Luke 6, verse 37, do not judge, and you will not be judged. Do not condemn, and you will be not condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. Ignorance is the cause of all evil on earth. If there was no ignorance in human, the planet Earth could be like the Garden of Eden, where God did put our first parents. Ignorance breeds destruction, and man has not a bit of light to understand if it is going to destroy himself. Jealousy, hatred, egotistical, narcissistic are symptoms of self-destruction. Man kill himself due to ignorance, and he cannot realize that. Matthew 26 verse 52 started, for all who draw this sword will die by this sword. May God bless all. Thank you.